Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to another high-elo game of Age of Empires. I'm not gonna lie, I am very excited to cast this match. We have two amazing players and two amazing civilizations. Take a look at their respective Elos, literally 2 points apart. Hera in the blue as the Poles with 26-27, and Villese as Lithuanians in the red corner with 26-25. Now, before I start casting, I do want to apologize. I am a little bit under the weather, so I pray to the old gods and the new that I recover quickly, and you don't have to hear me cough, sniffle, clear my throat, or any of those annoying verbal tics or sounds that might annoy you if this was a podcast or something like that. But while the players begin establishing their bases, let's take a quick look at their civs. The Lithuanian civ is literally the first one I cast on this channel, so I am very excited to see them again. They start the game with 150 extra wood, extra food, which is enough to build 3 villagers right off the bat. Their monasteries work faster. Their spears, pikes, halbs, and skirmishers move a little bit faster than average and can eventually be upgraded to get more pierce armor. What that means is they do eventually become very difficult to kill by enemy archers. Now, the Lithuanians have 2 what I call knockout features. Their first one is their unique unit, the Lady. This is a very fast cavalry that ignores armor. So, I'll say that again, fast cavalry ignores armor. That's all you need to know about why this unit is so dangerous and can literally mow down entire enemy battalions in the blink of an eye. Now, the other knockout feature from that the Lithuanians get, every relic they collect adds another +1 attack to their knight line and their ladies, maxed out at +4. So if you have 5 relics, you collect the gold for 5 relics, but you only get +4 attack on your knight line and your ladies. Speaking of knockout punches, we have the Poles. I consider this to be one of the game's quirkiest civs. However, it can pack a real punch. Economically speaking, their stone miners also generate gold, which is very interesting, and their villagers regenerate health. One of their unique attributes, which I'm clicking on right now, is called the Folwark. It replaces the mill and has a couple of cool features. When you build a farm, you see how when you click on it, it creates an area that's highlighted. If you build and reseed a farm, anywhere in this highlighted portion, you immediately collect 10% of the value of that farm. On top of that, the Folwark gives you +5 population room, so it does count like a house. So a pretty cool feature, unique to the Poles. No other civ gets it. Military-wise, the Poles have a few features that make them incredibly difficult to deal with. First of all, their scout cavalry, their light cavs, their hussars have a small bonus against archers. What that means is any kind of early feudal pressure. So, for example, if Villese decides to, in feudal, send out a little squad of archers, Hera can build some scout cavalry that do get a bonus against those archers. So it makes defending feudal archer pressure a little bit easier. And those units that I mentioned, the scout cav, the light cav, the hussars, can be upgraded in Imperial to get trample damage. However, by far, the strongest upgrade that the Poles have is called the Szlachta privileges. Now, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. If I have any viewers here from Poland or Eastern Europe that share the word Szlachta, what that does is makes their knights and cavaliers cost 60% less gold. I'm going to repeat that. Knights, cavaliers cost 60% less gold. Imagine being able to spam those tanky units at 60% less of the gold cost. Now, to offset this knockout punch, the Poles do not have access to paladins, so keep that in mind. And not to be outdone by the Lithuanian unique unit, the Lady, which ignores armor. The Poles' own unique unit, the Obuch, is an infantry unit that actually reduces enemy armor. So, a lot of interesting similarities and overlaps between these civilizations. A very cool matchup. For a couple of reasons. Number one, both of these civs, the Poles and the Lithuanians, are the only civs in the game that have access to the winged hussar. Sorry, I hear it pronounced hussar, I think it's pronounced hussar. Both of them have access to the winged hussar, which replaces the regular hussar with more hit points, higher attack and armor, and actually has a massive bonus against monks and a smaller bonus against gunpowder units. All of this is to say, I've been rambling for 9 in-game minutes, that we have two very strong, two very fast civilizations in the hands of two very strong, very fast players. Already, there's pressure here by Villese. You best believe that we're going to keep an eye out on the APM. If you take a look at the bottom of your screen, holy moly, both players are already at about 100 APM this early in the game. I would say the average player is sitting at much below this. So we'll keep an eye out on the APM because, like I said, two amazing players, both above 2600 Elo. So definitely should be a fun game. Let's take a look at their bases while this minor feudal pressure is being applied here by Villese. If you watch my casts, you know my thoughts about this kind of pressure. I mean, these villagers could easily kill these militia. Look at that. One militia takes 2 swipes from a lady carrying lumber and is already at half health. So let's take a look at their bases. Hera, completely open. Very hard to wall off. I can't even imagine how you would begin to wall off. I mean, maybe use the gold here as a natural middle point between two, gates or barriers or houses here. Very difficult for him to wall. Not to be outdone, Villese is also, I mean, he has an easier wall off on the right side of his base. This could be walled off. He's walling off this portion. He's funneling here. He doesn't want to. Has he scouted? Yeah, so he scouted his immediate vicinity. He knows what's what. He's creating a funnel here as opposed to a complete wall off so that if Hera decides to go in, he has to go under a hail of arrows. Hera says, you know what, I'm sick and tired of microing these villagers when they should be out. Look at his APM, 151. Oh my goodness. He's saying, I'm tired of this. I'm just going to build a tower, and it should keep you away from my wood line. It should keep you away from my stone line. Oh, the sound of horses dying. Always fun. Both players, as I was rambling, are in Feudal. Now, one of the cool things about the polls is when you start the game, usually, as a player, I'll zoom in on Villese's base. As a player, when you start the game with 3 villagers, usually you build houses around the perimeter. Now, the reason you put them around the perimeter like this is, number 1, your villagers are located there. But number 2, you don't want to block the immediate area next to the town center with four farms, because eventually you will plop down a whole bunch of farms right next to the town center to make the walking distance for the farmer much lower, and that way he or she can deliver their food much faster. As the Polish player, you don't give a rat's butt about the location of your initial houses. So, I mean, Hera has kept true to form here, but I've seen Polish players put houses right next to their town center. The reason being, you have the folwark. So why would you ever build a farm here when you can build it here and immediately collect, 10% of, what does it start with? 195, 200 plus, 175, whatever it is, 10% of that immediately goes into your reserves. So a nice little quirk, which I think Hera used here fantastically to create, I guess, a mini kind of snug wall off for his base. For now, Villese putting on the pressure, looking to do something with these 5 now scouts, this little band of brothers. At the same time, Hera himself has shoved 3 scouts into Villese's base. 1 dies at the hands of a spearman, not a skirmisher, who immediately pays the price. Yeah, he can't take this fight. He should run away. He might kill that spearman, but he's definitely going to lose a scout for it. At the same time, shoos away the cavalry here. Hera is under attack, decides to go home, or maybe not, with these scout cavalry. So both players sitting at exactly the same scout cav count, 7 apiece. Both sitting at roughly the same villager count, 33 for Hera, 35 for Villese. Hera's getting bloodlines, which is eventually going to make his cavalry much stronger than Villese, unless Villese also gets the upgrade, which right now he is not. And let's see, oh, Villese manages to get in here. Hera, interestingly, is plopping down towers. I don't know if these are... I mean, I assume they're meant to zone out Villese's army, but... really, if you're a player and you see a tower and you're coming in with 7 scout cavalry, are you going to be put off by that tower? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. So Hera's scout cavalry already sitting at 65 HP to Villese's 45. I don't know if Villese noticed, but he is not researching the same upgrade. Let's see what Hera can get done. We'll keep an eye on Hera's scout cav. Let's take a look at how he defends Villese's pressure here. Oh my god, they're bringing a pet lion. Mike Tyson over here bringing his pet lion. Oh, are you going to attack it? Nope, but you are going to take an attack. Okay. Another tower going down for Hera. I mean, eventually you'll get enough towers that you annoy the hell out of your opponent. Plus, like I said, as the Polish player, every time one of these pickaxes slam, slam, slam gets a little bit of stone, you get a little bit of gold as well. So, doesn't hurt to start mining gold as soon as possible. The lion, he doesn't know who to attack. Look at him, he's confused. Left, right, oh, and finally a scout cavalry. Does that count as a kill? It does not count as a kill. So, if any game developers are watching this, please fix this horrific oversight where if you kill the guy, GAIA, however you want to pronounce it, of the map, the lions, the tigers, the alligators, it should count as a kill because, you know, those units are attacking. Hera not able to do much with this scout cavalry yet. Villese pretends like he's going home, but really just does a big old U-turn and makes his way back. Hera wants to trap him, but these spearmen keep him away. Had those spearmen not been there, he would have built a house, maybe a palisade, and those 3 scout cavalry would have been trapped behind enemy lines. More towers going down for Hera. Was in the process of building a market. Villese is going up to castle. Hera nowhere close. Still needs 700 food to go up. Okay, Villese is finally getting bloodlines and cavalry upgrades. So like I said, too, hopefully when you see a matchup of Poles versus Lithuanians, you hope to see a lot of fast-acting cavalry. Look at the APM at the bottom right of your screen. As I say it dips down a little bit for Hera, but a second ago it was at over 100 for both players. And that's just by virtue of microing these military units while trying to macro your economy, build it up. Villese has created a nice little enclave for himself here. Not super easy to bust through, especially with these weaker feudal age units. Hera sees that he's up to castle. Hera goes up to castle himself. While I was rambling about micro, he used that time to collect the necessary food. These units are weak as shit. I don't know what they're going to accomplish. I mean, these villagers could probably kill these units at this point. Yeah, he realizes that. He turns around, tries to get a swipe at them. Garrisons a bunch of villagers. I'm not a fan of that. Okay, you could have done something, but no, I guess you were on move command. Let's see. 1 swipe, dead. Yeah, there's your feudal pressure. I mean, look at that. 1, 2, there we go. Okay, so Villese throws it out. He says, you know what? I have my scout cavalry because I'm coming here with knights. Hera is still a minute and a half away, so he needs to survive this pressure. I wonder if he will. That being said, he's got how many towers here? He's got 4 towers in this immediate screen, so he should be okay. Villese is in castle. I'm assuming he's going to go monks to collect relics, because like I said, the Lithuanians +1 attack on these knights for free for every relic you collect, up to 4. For now, the first monk is going to come out. Villese is in the back of the base. Oh no, he might have trapped himself here. Hera says, you know what, your unit is much stronger than mine, but I outnumber you 11 to 1. So let me just chase you here and swat at you like a bug with my faster scout cavalry. At the same time, Villese says, yeah, have that knight. I'm coming in with 2 more. They just take so little damage. Look at that. I mean, these knights can be so annoying. Plus, there's now 2 knights here. I love Villese's little double knight squads that he's sending out, but he's got to be careful. This is a lot of spear from Hera. Hera has not built up his villager count until now. He's going up to 42. Villese, however, is already sitting at 43, going up to 46. So, economic advantage to Villese, because of course he reached castle first. His unencumbered town center could easily build more villagers. Both players expanding economically. New town center going down. Great location here. Maybe put something up here to protect against the high ground being used against you. But fantastic location for the gold and the wood. Hera putting down a town center here. My guess is that we're going to see farms and wood chopping here, because obviously there's no other resource. Third town center going down for Hera. Where are Villese? He's got 3 monks. So first monk healing. Oh my god, another lion. See, it doesn't count as a kill. Why not? I mean, have you killed a lion? Do you know how hard it is? I'd imagine back in the gladiator days, when they would put the gladiators in the arena and then let lions loose, I'd imagine it's not that easy. That should count as a kill. In any event, where are the monks? Now there's a monk here healing. 2 knights shooing away Hera's scout cavalry. Okay, there's a relic nearby. He's already collected 1 relic. So if you take a look at the top right of your screen, you'll see that Villese only has 1 upgrade, attack upgrade for these knights, but notwithstanding that, they're at a +2 attack. And that's because he's just starting to collect relics. Hera's got to put a stop to this. Okay, he tried to put a forward town center, which immediately got denied by the presence of this mini army here. But Hera's up to pike, getting defensive upgrades for those pikes. So eventually, with the faster castle time, Villese has really... I mean, look at the advantage he's given himself. He's up to 11 knights. Hera is sitting on 3 pikes, now 4. So Hera's in a bit of trouble. That being said, what is Villese going to do with this army is the real question, because you can be up 20 knights, but if you don't do anything with them, if you don't scout, if you don't raid, if you don't destroy, kill, maim, and pillage, what the hell is even the point of building all these knights? But here they come, not a single military unit here for Hera. These knights are going to cause a lot of damage. Already this group has 13 kills to their name. 14. 15. So yeah, so these knights are going to take a bunch of damage from these towers, but honestly, for the amount of kills and the amount of idle time, look at Hera, half his villagers are idling. That being said, both players still, look at the bottom right, still above 100 APM. Villese is going up to 156 APM. This is this is very, very optimistic here by Hera. Very hopeful. But like I said, I mean... Not to toot my own horn, but didn't I say he needs something here on the higher ground? Because now Hera, if he finishes this castle, is going to have a very annoying, very hard castle to get rid of. That being said, his base is a flame on the mini-map. We have a knight in the north killing. We have 2 knights here killing, 6 kills between the 2 of these knights. This knight has 9 kills. Fantastic play here by Villese. Another town center, a bit more conservatively placed. And the castle goes up. The pikes are enough to scare away any kind of knight counterattack. Yeah, Hera's catching up slowly but surely in the villager count. He's going up to 52 to Villese's 65. That being said, military count is 14 knights to 10 pike. Advantage knights? I mean, this I know is a big... Oh, we're about to find out. I was going to say this is a big debate in the Age of Empires community. All you have to do is open Reddit or, you know, just go into a chat on any live stream of Hera's live stream, of any caster's live stream. Do pike counter knights / are they an effective counter to knights? Another backstab coming here from Villese. I don't know the answer. All I know is I love watching them kill each other. Knights and pike. Guys with a height advantage versus guys with a long, sharp stick. You be the judge. One pikeman is converted, immediately decimated by his fellow pikes. Immediately goes down in a very slow, anticlimactic death. Fresh recruits here. Let's see how many kills they can get among them. or whatever the proper grammar is. So far, no kills, just a little bit of damage on a tower. At the same time, these knights are engaging here. Bad engage here for Villese. He's got to back away. I mean, the advantage here is Villese, just because look at the military count at the top of your screen. 26 to 14. He is just annoying the hell out of Hera. I can see why both players have above 100 APM. There's just so much action going on. We'll keep an eye on these knights. We'll see if they can get anything done. For now, what are we looking at here? Ugh, 1 kill for those 6 knights, 2 of whom paid the price, the ultimate price. I mean, I would wait to heal these, no? Okay. Town center going down near the stone. Oh, goodness. 2 kills for this particular knight, but the monk is going to be enough to zone him out unless he runs away and comes back and kills the knight. 17 knights for Villese, 7 pike. I mean, I get that Hera is struggling to rebuild his economy. He's now down 22 villagers. But he needs military. And here we go. The first Obuch is coming out. Oh, such a fun unit to watch. I mean, when I first came across this unit and I saw it played in a actual competitive game, a 1v1, I think it wasn't used properly, so I didn't really take a liking to it. But then I saw just 20 of them rip through an entire base with those giant hammers, and opinion changed completely 180. Love the unit, love the unit. Okay. Hera has to run away here. He's very much outnumbered. Almost enough faith on this one monk to get another convert, but not just yet. More knights harassing this wood line. Little trio of houses being built. Hera plops down another town center. I don't know that this is necessarily... You know the attacks are coming from this side, which is, I guess, why he's putting it down here. Not only does he get access to the gold, but if he can garrison units, look at the range of attack for this one town center. But we are quickly approaching the stage of the game where town center attacks are meaningless, just by virtue of the units being so tanky. Here we go. Let's see the... Oh my god. Yikes. I mean, he managed to convert that Obuch, which is hilarious. Let's see if this town center goes down. I don't think so. Now that... yeah. This might be too much for Hera. He's literally at a quarter of the army supply. Fantastic defense by him, but... I mean... Villese is now closing off all the avenues, right? Hera can't expand to the left. To the right is bullshit, because look at all these mountain ranges. What are you going to do here? He is continuing his monk pike strategy. He's got his first knight, which was converted. Another town center going down in the center, but now look at this. We've got 14 army count here for Villese. Already 18 kills for this little battalion. Another ballsy castle here by Hera. Look, he knows he's behind, and he GG's. I think that's the right move. He knows he's behind, but still, balls to the wall, puts down this aggressive castle here. Villese has 3 relics, so let's take a look at his knight. Look at the bottom of your screen. With only 1 upgrade researched, Villese is sitting at a +4. So 1 more relic, and that becomes a +5. And then he'll upgrade to Cavaliers because he is going up to Imperial Age. Yeah, good decision here by Hera. I mean, if his villager count, which is 30 villagers below Villese... By the way, I hope I'm saying that name right. Villese is house blocked. Villese. Doesn't matter, though. The game is over. But yeah, if he wasn't down 30 villagers and he was able to focus his resources instead of on producing villagers on making military, then I think he could have stood a better chance to at least push this side attack away. I mean, look at this army. It's basically dead. It's at half HP. If you take a look at the bottom of your screen, 488 HP out of 830. It's down like 350 HP. Very easy target with the right units. Unfortunately, I don't think Hera had the opportunity to. From the minute I started talking and rambling in this video, Villese just put his foot down on the gas pedal, built military. huge clumps of it too. And then I love what he did in when he hit castle, sending out 2 knights at a time, being annoying, gathering the relics to get free attack upgrades. This poor zebra died for the cause. Not sure why, who killed him, what the story is, but mourn the zebra. Yeah, Villese was putting down his own castle here. I think he didn't want to be subject to any kind of counter harassment. So he figured, you know what, let me close off this avenue while I continue pressuring. But overall, fantastic game by both players. The APM was just off the hook. I mean, look, the players have 2,600 plus elo. You expect a lot of good a lot of good things to happen as an observer. But when the entire game is spent at around 130 APM or, 100 to 150 APM for Age of Empires, this is not a game like StarCraft, for example, where you don't have armies that are 70, 80 units, right? You have armies that are 15 units or 20 units, and you can individually micro. This one throws a ball out to kill. This one throws a shot out to kill. This one drops a storm. This one does a bunch of shit. This is not that kind of game where the micro gets into the 300-400 range for some amazing players. For Age of Empires, 156 APM by Villese is off the hook. Off the hook. Great play by him. Overall, fantastic game. Love to see these two civs. I wish Hera had a bit more of an opportunity. Yeah, I was just about to say to go cavalry, and he's building the 2 stables, but he wasn't given any breathing room by Villese. From the minute he reached Feudal, it was just endless cavalry harassment, and it worked. So good game from both players. Fantastic game. Loved it. Love these 2 civilizations. These are 2 what I call sledgehammer civilizations, meaning they have units that are fast and hit strong and just brutal. So if you like the video, feel free to subscribe, like, comment, enable notifications, all that good stuff. And I'll see everyone, including some knights, in the next one. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips and make sure to subscribe and enable notifications so that you're notified of my latest uploads.